Back in September 2023, David Moyes was fed up with going to Anfield and not getting a win, which was the 20th time he did it. When it came to the match against Liverpool in the League Cup quarter-final on Wednesday night, it was his 21st opportunity to try and get the win that he desired, and yet that didn't materialise. Not only did Liverpool have a whole host of players injured, and they also fielded what seemed to be on paper quite a weakened team against West Ham. David Moyes decided for some odd reason to also field a team that was quite weak, and we paid the price for it. At half time it was just 1-0. And a bit like other games when we're only 1-0 down against Spurs recently, we thought, well, we're in it. We still have an opportunity to get something out of this and stay in the cup. But we got absolutely trounced in the second half. Apart from the excellently taken goal by Jarrod Bowen, it was a really insipid and woeful performance from the team all round. And what a shame, because 6,000 travelling fans in the middle of the week before Christmas, or the week leading up to Christmas, travelled all the way up here in order to be served something that was quite poor, really. And it's a shame, because many fans thought that this would have been the first opportunity, or the opportunity, to win a trophy this season. You know, I know we've got through Europe and we're in the last 16 of that round, and we've got the FA Cup coming as well, with what one would say is a relatively easy start to that. But on the whole, this was the competition that we really felt we could have gone all the way, get through the quarter-final, and who did we need to really worry about in the semi-finals? For me, no one. But we messed it up badly. Moyes' team selection leaves a lot to be desired. He kind of alluded to this is why he's not been tinkering with the team in his post-match press conference. But we're never going to win the league. We're never going to sort of, we could attempt to sort of get into the top 6, top 7, which will give us European football next season. But this was a game where all we had to do was go for it and really, go for the jugular and get ourselves into the semi-final. What a shame. He's lost that opportunity. After the 2 games just before this one, we were playing really well. Everyone had started to sing his praises and talk about how well some people did. That was Wiggy in the background. Some fans were singing his praises and talking about how well the team started to do, and only to go and give a performance like this. Do you blame the players? Do you blame the so-called fringe players? What sort of chance do they have when Moyes is alluding to them as fringe players, as this is why he doesn't tinker, this is why he doesn't change the team, etc. What sort of encouragement does that give them to go out and perform? You look at the lineup, the back 4. I mean, you put Areola in goal, which kind of makes you think that all of a sudden he's switched his favoured goalie, where Areola started the season in the league, and now it looks like Fabianski is going to be back in goal for the game against Man United. And then he puts out a back 4 which kind of like alien to each other. Mavropanos, Ogbonna, Ben Johnson. How often have they played together? Rarely. And with a keeper behind them who doesn't really know them, because he's been playing in the Premier League with the likes of Zuma, Agerd, etc. So that was messed up from the start, really. And then resting players like Paqueta and Ward-Prowse and so on. You put Kudus up there. Every time Kudus got the ball, he was surrounded by 3 or 4 Liverpool players. Couldn't do a thing. Every time Bowen got the ball, they did the same. They smothered both players, made them totally ineffective. It was a shower, as people say. And it's a shame, because we now go into Christmas with just the league to focus on. I'm sure David Moyes isn't going to pick any fringe players for the game against Man U, but how many of us would have sacrificed 3 points on Saturday to get through to the semi-finals on Wednesday? I think many of us would have taken that, to be honest with you. And now Moyes has got to prove himself all over again. It seems to be 1 step forward and 3 steps back. and now he's got to prove that what he did on Wednesday will reap the benefits on Saturday against Man United, and we've got to beat them, because if we don't beat them, then even more questions are going to be asked. Well, another cup run over, the 21st attempt by David Moyes to win at Anfield, and here's me honestly thinking we were going to do it, but there you go, what do I know.